Hello folks, happy Halloween. I'm going to spare you my very scary face tonight and just get right down to details. Here's the action for the last 2 weeks in the Oakville area. We've had basically 115 properties that have sold in the last 2 weeks, and that's out of a total of 663 available listings. So we're looking at about a 17% sell-through rate, and that's not bad. What we're looking at is a little more than 4 months worth of inventory. We normally like to see more like 2 months of inventory on the market at any given time, showing a healthy seller's market. As you know, of course, the under 1 million mark has been very strong. Prices are still seem to be solidifying, even going up a little bit, but definitely have slowed down through the fall so far. Here you can see a variety of the solds that have taken place over the last 2 weeks. If you want any details about any one of these in particular, of course, don't hesitate to give me a call. If you've seen something down the street or that you've driven by that you're curious about, I can, of course, get you all the details of the property. For example, this one on 64 Ennis Clare that was listed at 1.980, sold for 1.850 on the 24th, and it was up and listed for 119 days. So that was a fairly long listing. You can see here the details, of course, on it. But if there's anything that you want to know about any property whatsoever, I'm happy to do that for you. In particular, in the southeast Oakville area, you'll see that we've had 17 solds over the last 2 weeks. Balmoral sold in the Morrison Creek area for 1.460. 124 Balsam sold for 1.425, and that was very interesting because that property itself, it was 1935-ish home, needed a lot of work to it, but had what could be divided into a double lot. So there, I don't know whether or not the purchaser is going to be doing that with it. However, it was a good purchase if they do divide it into 2 lots. There's a cost associated with that. Close to, I think, 75 grand or so, but I'd have to double check on that, which would mean they're getting 2 lots for about what's that, 1.5, so 750 grand, where we've seen the similar 50-foot lots have been going for over 800, 850. So that would mean that they've saved themselves a couple hundred grand in that situation. So actually about 200 grand when you're taking a look at the 2 properties. Following through on the rest of the sales, you can see 1101 Cedar Grove ended up selling. That one was up for a while. Really beautifully renovated home, backing onto the ravine. They've done some nice work there. Part of the problem was the interior design was perhaps a little more traditional into separate rooms versus what some people are looking for today, which would be more of a large open concept type of thing. You'll see here as we go down, we've got a number of sales. 64 Ennis Clare, 111 Forsyth. Now that's, of course, so here's an interesting one at 111 Forsyth, good old Sharkies, that was listed at 619. That sold for 595. Was only on the market for 19 days, so that's really good given the fact that they also have to do a search for the condo status certificate, and that usually can take up to 10 days. We're looking at something over 700 square foot, 1 bedroom, probably closer to the 700 to 800 square foot mark. $500 per month condo fee, which includes building insurance, exterior maintenance, heat, and the water. But there you go. That's the old Sharkies location there. And on the West Bank, you'll see that it's relatively good value for the vicinity, the closeness to downtown, a short walk, for example. Here you're looking at a new build at 230 Riverside Drive. Sorry, this one has been completely redone, and let's see if it was an actual new build. Stunning 4+1 bedroom home. And nice big yard. These ones all have decent sized yards, 60 by 145. But that sets a new high in that area at 1.260. for that house, and that must have been a new build completely. Now, unfortunately, the listing doesn't say that it was a new build on it, but it certainly does look like one. And here's the difference in that area for, and you can see the two different spelling of the names. It's basically Riverside Drive, I think officially is a split name. I used to live on that street, but most people recognize it as a single word. This one is a renovated home, 2-story. And again, that's really a good price that they've gotten for that one. It is the classic Georgian 2-story style on the traditional, 70 by 145 foot lot. So, it had some nice stuff on the inside. Was it fully updated and upgraded? It would have to have been. As you can see, new kitchen and so forth there. But a nice home setting a new precedent as far as price goes for that area. You can also see another interesting sold at 185 Robinson Street. I was lucky enough to partake in the sale of them when they switched over from investor and rental dwellings into owner-occupied. This unit, number 103, ended up selling for $445. Now, I had sold that one quite some time ago, of course, and it was a beautiful unit, nicely updated and renovated, of course, right downtown. So, those are getting a really good value right now as well, given the size of those. And just to give you one more example of one of the more recent solds in the last 2 weeks, on William Street, of course, in the prime district of downtown, just west of Trafalgar and south of Robinson, south of Lakeshore. A beautiful renovated century home in the Heritage District with a Heritage designation, and that one ended up going for $186. Which is, reasonably good value for that as well. Of course, prime location where most people want to be. What we're looking at now is I've got a lot of clients that want to find a home that is perfect for aging in place. They don't need the big 4,000 or 4,500 square foot home. They're looking for something more modest. The average baby boomer, they say, is looking for about 2,500 square feet or so. More open spaces, less rooms. Of course, main floor living or at least elevator, and you're starting to see that now with some of the new condos that are going up. The townhouses that are even 3 or 4 stories are fine and perfect for aging in place, meaning that you can move in there and stay there as long as possible until they take you out kicking and screaming. And those have become very, very popular. So we're all looking for that type of product right now for our clients. So that's a quick update on the solds for this Halloween evening. If you're looking for the new listings that have come out over the last 2 weeks, this is the list. We have a freehold detached on Chisholm Street for $2.69, and that's, of course, a beautiful home, just been up for a couple of days now. And, of course, give me a call if you'd like to take a look at that. I'd be more than happy to show you, needless to say. Well, 111 Forsyth, so we're back to good old Sharky's, the new condo there. One that was listed previously for $2.095, and then over the last couple of weeks they've reduced the price. It has, however, been on the market for 415 days, so it's been up for quite some time. They don't have the exact square footage down there, but that's a beautiful building, needless to say. Let's take a look at what else we've got in the last 2 weeks. Spears Road, of course, in central Oakville area. 407 Cairncroft, it's been reduced now to 1739. Constance is at 1749. In the Morrison Creek area, we've also got Maple Grove that's now been reduced down to 2.395. 64 Chartwell at 2.795. And of course, if you look at your screen, you can see these prices. If there are any of these that you'd like to take a look at and get some more details on, just give me a call. Again, it's Russ at 416-209-RUSS, 209-7877, or you can look me up on my websites, either russhutchings.com or thehousehunter.net, and I am happy to help you however I can. All the best, and have a very scary happy Halloween. Take care.